Bill gave Haley a paper with a star on it from his childhood, y'all, and said that his wish is that Haley sees that she's the one that he wants. First of all, she trying to take you out and you over here giving her a piece of paper with a star on it. He said, let me think something to get her back to the house. First of all, he told her that he was sick and he was lying. But yeah, he said, let me go get a piece of paper and draw a star on it and tell her it's from my childhood. So my Danny doesn't even know about this, but he did say. He said it's some things from his childhood that he didn't tell her or whatever. So I wanted to know what that is about. But yeah, I said, first of all, she trying to take you out and you think she care about a piece of paper with a star on it. Secondly, you a lie. You want that old thing back and you know you want Danny back. Anita told Brandon that she has cancer and she doesn't want to tell everyone yet. Nicole told Danny what Ted said about their dad cheating. Donnell told Vanessa that he just want her to be happy. And the last thing is that Joey talked to Haley about Bill becoming a politician. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chester for Beyond the Gates, December 23rd, 2025. First things first. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What y'all think that y'all like the episode. Okay, it's getting good. It's getting real good, y'all. I'm liking this. My thing though is I don't want not Vernon, Anita. I don't want Anita to drag out that she has cancer. I want them to find out. Now they did show us a little preview clip or whatever, and it's like people was gathered around Anita and they put like a crown on her head. Did y'all see that? So I'm assuming that they know. I'm gonna assume that they know or they find out that she has cancer. But yeah, where do we start? Let me know what y'all thought of the episode. Like I said, it's getting real interesting. Vernon was crying. He felt some type of way because, she didn't tell, but we're going to get into that in a minute. We got to start with Ted, foolish Ted. We got to start with Ted. So, Nicole ended up telling Ted that he has lost his mind, that her daddy would never cheat on her mama or whatever. And he like, that's what I heard or whatever. So she was like, okay, who is the person you keep mentioning? You keep saying this person, this, and this person, that, or whatever. So he ends up saying that it was Dana. And she was like, there it is. Basically, that Leslie, Dana, Sherry, what was the other name she gave? Anna is a liar, that she likes mess. And she definitely do. And she was like, she was hoping that you bring that information to me so I could go confront my dad and stuff like that, basically to cause problems. And I said, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, once again, we still don't know yet. But I think tomorrow's episode, did they say tomorrow's episode? What's the episode they supposed to reveal what the secret is? But yeah, she told him that she didn't believe him. She definitely didn't believe Leslie or whatever. He was like, she has no reason to lie. He believes her or whatever. I said, and that's the problem. That is the problem, because you believe her. You over here buddy with her. I said, that make you look worse. He told my son, he just didn't want to keep no more secrets from her. That ain't even got nothing to do with y'all. That ain't even got nothing to do with you. You don't even know if it's true or not. And she told him that. And she said, for all you know, they could be working on a surprise for mama or whatever. And I said, exactly, that's what they doing. That's what I'm going to say. Somebody said they stopped watching because they disappointed that Vernon cheating on the Anita or whatever. I said, we don't know yet, y'all. We don't know if he cheating or not. I'm going to assume he not cheating. But yeah, he was crying. I said, oh my goodness. Next we got Vernon and Anita. Anita tells Vernon that she has cancer and he was in disbelief. He ends up asking her, how long has she been dealing with this? She ends up saying, a few days. I thought she about to say some weeks because she been getting on tests and stuff, but she just found out about the cancer though. But yeah, and he was like, he was mad. He was like, he her person. They married or whatever. He made vows to look after her in sickness and in health. And then she revealed, that her sisters know. And that basically, they women and Tracy had deal with something like that, but hers was benign and stuff, but he still felt some type of way. But then he realized that, she the one who dealing with it. So he was trying to support her and everything. They had a nice little moment or whatever. But yeah, what else? I said, look, they trying to get me to tear up and stuff. They trying to get me to cry. I ain't cried yet, y'all, but yeah. What really almost got me was when Vernon was holding the photo, talking about Anita and crying and stuff, and then Anita seen him, she backed out, and then she was up against that wall. I said, look, I ain't gonna do it. I said, you gotta be quicker than that. Hold on, wait. What else? I think Danny started calling because Nicole came over. Nicole came over to Danny's or whatever, and Andre was right there. She said, do you think that Daddy would ever cheat on Mama? And her and Andre both said at the same time, no, or whatever. Then Andre ends up leaving. So they was talking about what Ted said, and so Danny was like, okay, there's only one way to find out. So she tried to call her daddy, but they sent it to voicemail because Anita said she's not ready for anybody to know. She wants this Christmas to be the best Christmas ever. She want to see her kids, her grandkids, their kids, or whatever. And that's why I said I hope that they ain't finna drag this out. I really hate when they do that. I'm glad that she immediately told Vernon or whatever, because I really hate when it's something this serious or whatever, and they be like, oh well, I'm gonna wait to tell them or whatever. I always say don't take away nobody's right to choose, and I said good thing she told Vernon though. It's a good thing that she told Vernon. But yeah, I think the last scene was they showed with the last scene with them was Vernon crying and stuff, and then Anita heard him and she was crying and everything. And I said, oh my goodness. I said, oh my goodness. But I think tomorrow's the Christmas party episode, y'all. Don't take my word for it, because I've been wrong about a few things. But I think the spoiler said tomorrow's the episode where they had a Christmas party, and Vernon and Sharon's secret comes out tomorrow. We'll see though. What else? What else? Andre and Danny, what was they doing? I think they was just doing what they do. Wasn't they just doing what they do? Was they talking about something? I don't even remember. Did I even write that down? I don't even think I wrote it down. But I know they did end up getting interrupted and stuff by Nicole, and that's when we already talked about that part. Haley and Bill. So she went from putting poison in his tea to putting poison in what was his coffee? Did she put it in his coffee then? I don't know. Either way go. On today's episode, she done took it to the whiskey. She said, okay, I gotta stop putting this poison in the tea. I gotta make it more realistic. She done put it in the whiskey. I said, now okay, what was the whole scene about him seeing the mug or whatever? I'm like, okay, he not gonna drink it or whatever. But then they showed him taking a couple sips. And I said, you fool. I said, you fool. That's why she rushed over. She was like, it's finally working or whatever. Because he takes her saying that he was sick. I'm starting to think he working her. I'm starting to think that he's onto her, because the thing that made me, on this episode anyways, that made me believe that he was onto her was she was mad. She was talking to him about the vacation, and he was basically saying he can't go. He was like, the people who was going to sell the house, they backed out of it and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, he knows what she doing, or he setting a trap for her. I'm assuming he's setting a trap for her. If not, he a fool. If not, he a fool. Because what the world? I said, what was the scene? What was the reason for them to show the scene where he's staring at the mug if he just gonna sit up here and be her fool and drink this doggone poison repeatedly? I said, might as well just go and empty the whole bottle if that's the case, because he gonna continue to drink it. I said, look, she on the second bottle, ain't she? And he still ain't realized nothing. I said, she over here on her second bottle. But yeah, she mad about that. She ends up walking out on him because she feels like he not choosing her. He's still stuck on Danny or whatever. And it's just she's slowly starting to make it obvious. But yeah, so she left, and that's when she ran into Joey, or Joey came, sit down, trying to convince her that she'll be good as a politician's wife, and she'll have all this type of power and everything, and she'll make the women around there that have been looking down on her feel some type of way or whatever. And I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if she was buying it or not, because we all know she's trying to murder him. I said, well, she better go on and get him out the way, because that girl, what's her name? That woman, Lynette. That woman, Lynette, I said, she can't be trusted. If she finds out what's going on, she might just tell Bill so she can get some money or something like that, or take Haley's place. Or just for straight up payback. Because she already said multiple times since we seen her, how they cut her out how they abandoned her, basically. But yeah, Bill foolish over here drinking that whiskey and stuff like that. I said, I said, you should be gone by now. All that doggone poison she don't. It's much poison that she don't put in there. He should be gone by now. But yeah, Vanessa and Joey, they was talking about the Christmas party. He's supposed to be playing Santa, or she was trying to convince him to, because, Doug used to do it, but, he gone for now. He's no longer with us. But yeah, next thing you know, Donnell show up. Now, the spoiler said that Vanessa's supposed to tell Donnell about her and Joey. When he came, they was talking about Deanna and stuff like that. Joey ends up leaving. So they was talking about Deanna. She ended up talking to her on video chat and stuff like that. Everything was okay. Everything was sweet. So he started asking questions about Joey and wondering, what they got going on. She tried to downplay it. I don't know. Was it just me, or did she try to downplay what was going on between her and Joey? He was just saying how he wanted them to be happy and everything. I said, well, that's not what I thought he was going to say. I thought the way they brought him in and he was questioning Joey and everything, I did not expect him to be like, oh, I just want you to be happy. But to me, she was downplaying what's going on between her and Joy. She said she's still figuring things out. Ain't that what she said? Meanwhile, she over here having a fit. She over here having a fit, running out and stuff like that. Anytime the man don't claim her. So I was like, make up your mind, girl. I done juked myself with the same pencil. Y'all remember that? Was I doing this review when I did that? I think so. That or either General Hospital. I don't know, one of them. But either way, go, I just juked myself with the same. It ain't the same pencil, but it's a mechanical pencil. I need to stay away from mechanical pencils. It didn't go all the way through like last time, though. But yeah, hold on. Let me see. Where we stop at? I think Donnell. Joy ended up coming back and everything, but she ended up telling Joy how Donnell said he just want her to be happy and for her to get her spark back. Oh, Donnell was talking about her and Doug marriage and stuff like that. He could tell something was off. And I said, well, you good for nothing. Go back to college. I thought he was going to be upset. You good for nothing. I thought he was going to be mad. I thought something. Look, you need to go back to college then. What you come back for if you ain't going to feel no type of way about these two? She been hiding it all this time. You mean to tell me you okay with it? What the world going on? Hold on. With Nicole and Danny, we already talked about them. How Nicole was talking to her about Vernon cheating and stuff, and they was like, no, Daddy would never do that and everything. Wanted to go over there, but they was like, it's Christmas, so they're not gonna do that there. What else? Ted and Shanice, I think they was sharing some peach cobbler until Andre came interrupted. Oh, she was asking him what his plans are for Christmas, and he was like, he just gonna be alone watching sports and all that other good stuff. She ends up inviting him to come with her. I said, we seen well, if you seen the promo, you know that they supposed to be, I don't know if they're going to be watching TV or what, together. So, and I think they said that's the scene where they're supposed to kiss. I think they said that's the scene where they're supposed to kiss, y'all. Haley and Joey already said he trying to convince her to be a politician. Why? I said, did Bill tell you about our conversation or whatever? And she don't want that because we politicians, don't they dive into your past? And she got, from what they've been steady talking about, she don't want that because she going to get exposed. She don't want that because all the people she done hurt and con out of money, they going to come looking for her. They going to come looking for her. But yeah, Aless, did she ever say if she murdered them people or not? I know she's supposed to be conning them out of money and everything, but did she say she murdered them like she trying to murder Bill? I don't know if she just trying to murder Bill because, the $10 million policy or what, but yeah. Ted and Andre was talking about Andre daddy and how they had this tradition and stuff. He ended up giving him tickets to, I don't know what type of sport it was. I'm assuming it was sports or whatever. But yeah, they supposed to be going together. Was that the last scene? Let's see. Nicole and Danny talk about the papers. Then it's about Joey. I want to say the last scene was when Vernon was crying and stuff, but I don't know. I might be wrong. But that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the night and be safe.